This is an experiment. What happens when a game developer hands over creative control to the players? In each of these devlog videos, I'll give you, the viewers, a set of options to choose from. You vote for it, I make it, and we're starting with a completely blank slate. I'll admit I have absolutely no idea how this will turn out or what this game will be by the end of the series, but I do know that it won't be what anyone expects. So, to get things started, I created a new Unity project. And once the progress bar's finally completed, I also set up a repository on GitHub for backup before I inevitably, irreversibly destroy the project. So, time to create the starting scene. Who knows how long this will last, but it's a starting point. Now, every professional game, of course, has to start with the classic bean character. I also added Unity's new input system to the project for handling stuff like keyboard and gamepad controls. Mr. Bean needed a script to start receiving keyboard commands, so I created a character controller and set the default speed to 0.1, a number which means absolutely nothing to you, but I promise it works. Hitting play, the character is taking input with no problems, but the W and S keys are making it move vertically rather than backwards and forwards. An easy fix though, swapping the Y and Z axes in the code. If you're American, it is pronounced Z. Move on. Come after me in the comments if you like. I don't care. A lot of this is built into Unity, which makes basic character controllers really quick to make, so within a few minutes of starting the project, we have a bean in the scene with keyboard controls. Next, we need our camera to follow our protagonist. For those that know Unity, I'm using Cinemachine here rather than going through the faff of writing a custom camera. I grabbed some prototype textures from the asset store, added a massive plane to the scene, and slapped the prototype texture onto it. And like that, our bean is being followed by a camera on top of a huge open plane. The problem here though is that the movement looks a little bit jittery. It turns out I was controlling the character from Unity's update method, rather than fixed update, which is more suited to things like this. So moving the code solved the jittery movement. The final touch for this was to just add various boxes to the scene, just to make sure all the collision code works. I want to be super careful not to plant any ideas in your mind of where the game should go from here, so hopefully this looks as blank and generic as possible. So, this is it, the starting point for our game. I'll explain this all again at the end, but to vote for what I do next, comment on this video and include one of the following 4 options in square brackets as part of your comment, like you can see on the screen. The world outside is a graveyard, B, castle, C, space colony, or D, bug's life. I'll be using a bot to tally up all the votes a week after this video goes live. Now, having said that, I don't actually have a bot yet to tally up those votes. So I guess I'd better make one. YouTube thankfully has an API just for that. So I created a new project on Google's API console, waited for yet another progress donut to complete, and found the relevant function I need for pulling all the comments from a video. The raw output looked like this, but all I need is just an ID for the person writing the comment and the text itself. Here I'm using a technique called a regular expression to search some text for a pair of square brackets and extract whatever text is between them. It always looks like absolute wingdings, but I swear it works. That's all I know. So with that, I wrote a test comment for a vote on a video. Passing that video to the bot, it successfully finds and counts the vote. To really put the bot through its paces though, I wrote 2 more comments, this time from a separate account, voting for 2 separate things. Haha, the bot isn't fooled easily though, and only counts the first vote from that commenter. Anything else gets ignored. Right, so we're all set up. The fate of this game is in your hands. Just leave a comment below containing one of the 4 options you see on the screen in square brackets. If my explanation is awful, I've also pinned a comment to this video demonstrating. Feel free to make suggestions, add anything else to the comment, as long as your vote is in square brackets. I'll be running extra polls for smaller features over on Twitter, so make sure to follow me there to help make this game as much of a mess as possible. See you in the next one.